Well, speaking of vegetarianism.
Veganism.
Sorry. There is a difference.
There is a big difference.
Right. You grew up on a farm eating all the animals on the farm, but at one point you became, well, first vegetarian, then vegan.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's interesting. I had John Sally on here not too long ago. He's a big vegan.
Well, the first thing is we eat high animal fat diets, which are bad for our body. Proven fact, elephants don't eat high body fat diets or other animal fats. Gorillas don't eat it. Cattle don't eat it. Giraffes don't eat it.
Right.
Biggest mammals in the world don't eat it.
You're vegan.
I eat a plant-based diet,
Yeah. I'm vegetarian these days. I'm not vegan. I am vegetarian.
You like eggs?
Yeah, eggs, cheese, some dairy, and so forth.
Yeah.
And, I go on and off it. Like, I was on it for 6 months, and then I kind of fell off the wagon for about 3 or 4 months. Now I'm back on it for the last 3 months. You definitely feel different.
You feel healthy.
You feel healthy.
Because you are healthy.
Yeah.
It can't be a healthy diet if you have something dead on your plate.
He's a big influencer in our community.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he's real big on that. He's actually referred a couple really dope restaurants to me since our interview.
You got to come to Jackfruit Cafe now.
Right, and you have your own vegan restaurant. I guess, was it around Kingpin Donuts initially?
You're awesome. So I opened it in a. But let's go back to the farm because I was friends with all of those animals. I looked in those animals' eyes, and I knew that they had a soul. And when I tried to voice that, I was shut down and led astray. And I'm like, no, there's something in there. And I tried to go vegan as a child. I didn't want to eat my friends, but because I was being raised by relatives, and that was the norm, and you ain't going to get sick on me, you're going to sit there until you finish eating your friends.
Right, because even, you talked about eating soul food, and you talk about even, dishes like collard greens, they got like pork in them and so forth.
And then they went to smoked turkey thinking that was somehow a little bit healthier. All meat across the board, it doesn't matter if it's pig or if it's whatever. What happens is you are meat. You put meat inside of meat, where's it going to go? Like attracts like. You put water together. You put 2 puddles of water, kind of shake it up, and then sand, anything. You start spinning it around. You put 6 piles. You start spinning it around, you're going to end up with 1 pile. You put flesh inside, it's just going to stick. It doesn't want to leave you, and it's hard to get it out of you, and it's hard on your digestive system to even break it down. You're not supposed to eat it.
Yeah, like I'm mostly vegetarian these days.
Nice.
I can't say that I'm vegan. I'm more, I'm kind of pescatarian, vegetarian, but I do know, being a lifelong, meat eater, there's still some dishes that I just have to go back to every so often, and I just know,
What are those dishes, if I may ask?
Like Korean barbecue pork. That's just one of those.
I could make a Korean barbecue pork that would rival any meat dish.
Well, but I know that
You're eating it because of the seasonings.
Yeah. Well, and what I do, like for example, if I eat it, I know the next day my stomach is going to be all messed up, and I just say, okay, I'm just going to know
And
that.
in between your ears too. Now think if you didn't have the IQ that you have.
Mm-hmm.
The reason you're not feeling it so much between the ears is because you're a smart, accomplished person. Think about the average person that isn't as smart and isn't as accomplished. That bad feeling can do a lot of destruction.
Yeah. I started to realize that as I started to go, when I went like full vegetarian, I started like realizing that you're right, it is like the seasoning. So for example, I love In-N-Out, but when I go to In-N-Out now, I just get a grilled cheese. I just basically get the hamburger without the patty, and to me, it tastes pretty much the same. It still has cheese in it, which you wouldn't eat. But for me, between the
dairy's scary.
Yeah, but between the sauce and the vegetables and everything, I dig it. And you'd be surprised. I remember I was talking to Killer Mike about this because he's thinking about the rapper. He's talking about going, vegetarian. I was kind of giving him some pointers on what to do and so forth. We'll see if it actually happens.
will.i.am is vegan. Neo.
Jay-Z.
Beyonce. Maya.
Russell Simmons.
Barry Gordy.
Who's still alive and well.
88 years old, bouncing around like he's 88, but but like a young, just
Yeah.
yeah.
Jackfruit Cafe coming out of King's Donuts.
Yes. So we packed up. They were, they weren't supposed to lease to me, so they were nervous about losing their stake in that property. And they asked us to leave, and well, wasn't nothing we could do but leave. And
right, and that's a very iconic property. That huge donut on top. You don't want to just
no,
lose
that's
that.
Randy's Donuts.
That's Randy's Donuts.
That's Randy's Donuts.
Oh,
King's
my bad.
Donuts is over on Crenshaw.
Okay, my bad.
Yeah. And
Okay.
it's not really that iconic. That's why I was like, you used to go to King's Donuts with.
Okay, I was thinking about
What
Randy's
was you
Donuts.
smoking?
The giant donut.
Yeah, no,
in
that's
Inglewood.
Randy's.
Okay, my bad.
That's Randy's.
Okay, my bad.
So I decided once and I mean when we blew up KJL. We were all over KJLH. The DJs were eating the cuisine, and they were talking about the healthy lifestyle. And here comes this iconic character to come back to the hood, and I felt like the whole time that I was at home with Bradley. The whole time I was a football mom. I gave 80 hours a week to that program to make sure those programs had what they needed. The whole time I kept saying, I know you got me. I know you got me. And I was just talking to the universe. I know you got me. And I found out that By Felicia was trending. The same conversation I found out Bradley got his offer to the University of Miami. And I said, well, I'll be damned. That's how you're going to have me. So if I go back to the hood now, I go back trusted, and people will listen to me because now I'm a hood legend. But I can use this, and I can help people. And we did. We helped people get off of insulin, help people lower their blood pressure. We help people understand what's going on in their body. People ask me, what should I eat? Sometimes it's just slow down eating, period. All that little extra weight on people isn't fat per se. It's inflammation from toxins in the environment, toxins in the food, acidic foods, stress. All kinds of things cause inflammation in the body. And when we get rid of inflammation, we get rid of disease, because inflammation causes mucus, and that's where disease lives. What do they call mucus in the joints? Arthritis. Mucus in the lungs. They give it these names, but it all stems from the body just being clogged up, and it can't release the stuff. So I'm able to let people know, we got to pull that plug. We got to uncork you. You're all corked up. There's no reason people should be saying, I haven't gone to the bathroom in days.
Yeah. You'll definitely, as someone who kind of jumps in and out of vegetarianism, for now, I think maybe like 2 years.
Great.
You feel a lot better when you eat vegetables. You just do. You will feel better. You'll have more energy. And these days, you have some really dope products like the Beyond Burger.
Well, we do the Impossible Burger.
There's also the Impossible Burger. That's the other one.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can actually buy Beyond Burgers at the grocery store now.
Right.
Like at Whole Foods and so forth, and make burgers at home that.
And they're going public too.
I believe it.
Yeah. That's going to be some good stock to pick up. That's the future.
Yeah. Like Fat Burger, I think, uses the Impossible Burger now at all their restaurants.
Fat Burger, Umami, but I heard they just all closed down.
Umami Burger.
White Castles.
Oh, White Castle, yeah. And then there's Veggie Grill, which is a big chain in LA, which I go to all the time.
They use the Beyond Meat.
They use the Beyond Burger.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's really a lot of very good meat alternatives.
Shoot. Yeah.
That, like, if you ate a veggie burger like 5 years ago, this is not what you're going to eat these days. It's totally different.
No,
it's actually the consistency, and I think that the Impossible Burger, it kind of bleeds red a little bit, like.
Darling, if I gave you that burger and you didn't know that it was
Yeah.
You can say here's a burger. It's just a burger.
Yeah. And you also have a food truck.
Yes. Yes. I love that food truck. I love that food truck so much. When I leave the yard, I always do the horn. It's like one of those. But it doesn't do that. But it's that kind of horn. I just go beep, 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 beep. I freaking love the idea of having a kitchen on wheels. Yeah. I can bring this food anywhere, and the food is so good, and I love giving people samples and them going, wow.
Yeah.
I mimic everything. Everything. I mimic everything. You don't miss anything. I can mimic fish. I've got an amazing tuna fish. Someone keeps asking me for it. I want the tuna melt sandwich. I'm going to make it today. I can mimic anything, and you will be satisfied. And what I love is when people, a lot of times they'll sit around. I set up a little table and they'll sit around. But the one thing that I love that is consistent, that is 100%, is the smiles that people have when they leave after they've eaten. But they all talk about that feeling. It's like you're kind of after you eat one of the other burgers, one of the conventional burgers, once you eat flesh, you know that feeling of all that is coming. Yeah. But when you have this burger, you have the exact same experience, the exact same joy of eating this burger, but you're sitting around waiting for that bad feeling to come. It's kind of like a brain trip that it doesn't come. You just feel amazing.
Right. And, you know, at the end of the day, the proof is in the pudding. I mean, when you look at you at your age,
I'm a size 4.
You know, you
at
look
my
great,
age.
And I'm sure that you have relatives that were the same age that do not look like their age. You know what I'm saying? Because when you are unhealthy, when you are overweight, you look a lot older.
When you are unhealthy, when you are overweight, you do.
Yeah.
And there's the idea that your youth can be restored, that God will restore your youth, but He gave you everything. He gave you everything to restore it. But we want to listen to man. We want to use all these chemicals. You're botanical. You can't heal with chemical. It's only going to mask it. It's only just going to prolong it. Mm-hmm. But you can heal. You can reverse disease. You can reverse age. You can reverse everything. Yep. With fruits and herbs. It's fruits and herbs.
Yeah. I think eventually, you know, I don't think we're going to be alive to experience it, but I think eventually the world will be primarily vegetarian.
Absolutely.
You know, as the population grows by billions, it's just meat is not a sustainable food source to try to, you know, feed the world.
Absolutely. And what's going to happen too is there'll be less aggression. There'll be, if you listen to KRS-One Beef, listen to that beef. What a relief. When will this poisonous product cease?
We'll go back and listen to it.
I'm
a big KRS fan.
Listen to that.
Yep.
Once we stop eating flesh, the world's going to become a much nicer place.
Yeah. I just saw Chris not too long ago. He looks great.
He looks amazing. I saw him, it was about 10 years ago I saw him. He was up in Calabasas with one of his kids playing soccer.
Yeah, no, I saw him I think this year. Yeah, he looked great.
I bet.
Great, healthy.
Yep.
Tall.
Tall.